You're fucking sick.
I mean, I know. I'm pretty fucking cool.
Whoa, you look tan.
Do I?
Yeah, why do you look so tan?
I don't know, because I'm definitely not tan. I'll explain to you why I'm not tan later, because it pisses me off. It goes into a whole other topic that we're going to get on. Don't worry.
Does it have to
But
do
for
with
now,
does it have to do with your Instagram story?
yes, it does.
Ah,
Yeah,
can't wait.
we'll get into it. But for now, I'm Ricki,
I'm Jake.
and you're listening to 20 Somethings Doing Nothing.
And that's it. That's the whole podcast.
And cut.
Every week it's just going to be like 15 seconds.
No one
That
would
would be
listen,
nice.
or maybe everyone would listen.
Would you get bored of 15 seconds or would it just make you want more?
I don't know. Should we
Guess
try
this
to
is-
do like a bonus 15-second?
How much can we back into 15 seconds? That's the real test.
Ooh, we could totally take a piece of us just talking like normal and speed it up insanely fast and see if people can understand what the fuck we're saying.
I guess a good place to start this off is my thing that I just purchased yesterday that I'm really, really excited for.
Yeah, tell me more about it, because I don't have a random shit today, because I'm going to also explain that later, but you go first with yours.
Was none of your shit random today?
None of my shit was random. It was all very much like with intention.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yesterday I bought a toaster oven, but not only is it a toaster oven, it is also an air fryer.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It looks like a toaster oven. It acts like a toaster oven. And then guess what? Surprise, air fryer.
I thought you had an air fryer.
I do.
So you bought another air fryer?
Okay, so
For what reason exactly?
let me explain.
Yeah, please
Yes.
do. I'm very confused.
Okay, so my air fryer is from like a million years ago when air fryers first came out. So it's not the most effective air fryer because it only works for certain foods. So that air fryer is great for, let's say, potatoes or veggies or things like that. But this air fryer, I can cook a like chicken breast or whatever else you put in an air fryer.
Okay, so your old air fryer doesn't fry the air the right way. So now you got a new air fryer, but have you thrown out the old air fryer that doesn't fry the air the right way?
No, so it does fry things. It just
But why would you keep the old one if the new one fries everything? Like, what's the point of the old one then? Are you going to only use the old one for potatoes and vegetables and then use the other one for everything else?
It's a valid question. A very valid question. So I'm going to wait until this one gets here because I had to order online and see what it can actually fry before I throw out the old one. Because if it can't, basically I might keep them both.
That would be the dumbest shit ever to have two air fryers.
Well, now that I'm a really gourmet chef, I feel like it's valid.
It is absolutely not valid. This is dumb. Sell your old air fryer online or something. I'm sure somebody would buy it, like people that are unsure of air fryers and don't want to spend a lot of money on them, and just have one air fryer. This reminds me of the conversation. Did I tell you about this conversation I had with AJ when we were moving?
No.
About the crock pots?
No.
Oh my God. Okay. So this literally, I'm going to get so mad because it's literally bringing back like all these moments. So when we were packing everything up so that I could bring the majority of our stuff to Nashville, we realized that like I have a crock pot that my mom let me borrow, but then she ended up just giving it to me because she was like, you know what? I actually have another one, the exact same one. So she was like, keep this one. It's no big deal. So I was like, all right, sick. Because it's one of those like really freaking cool ones that does everything. Like I'm pretty sure it's an air fryer too. Like it's everything in one. So I was like, hell yeah, I'll keep this. This is like $500 that I don't have to spend. Awesome. So AJ has this old crock pot that he's had for, God, I don't even know how long, 6 years, maybe more. Like a very small old one. Mine's very big, very new, does a bunch of shit. So when we were packing everything up, I had said to him, like, we don't really need your crock pot because we have a crock pot now. And he argued with me for the entire day about that fucking crock pot because he wanted 2 crock pots. And I was like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. This crock pot is a crock pot, an air fryer. It's like all these multiple different things in one. An Instapot, like it's everything in one. Why would we keep yours when it's literally just a crock pot and it's old and it only feeds like 4 people max? Like, what the fuck?
My roommate had the one that you're talking about, and it's amazing.
It's so fucking cool.
So my question though is, what was AJ's argument? Because I kind of have an idea of what he said.
Do you want to hear his dumbass motherfucking argument? His argument became, what if we have people over? And I said, why would we still need 2 crock pots for when we have people over? He was like, what if we want to make 2 different things that involve crock pots? And I was like, no one ever does that. Like, that's not a thing that happens, and you're just making up random ass fucking excuses to keep this crock pot. And then he was like, well, what if your crock pot breaks? And I was like, your crock pot is more likely to break than mine. It's ancient. Mine's brand new. I was like, your arguments are shit. Why do you want to keep this fucking thing? But I feel like he felt like an emotional attachment to this fucking crock pot.
So now I see your frustration.
He's so upset when he hears
both of those arguments are not
trash
great arguments.
Yeah.
So my thought process was, when you were telling me this, is that one's smaller. The one you have is large. If you're just trying to make something quick and easy, I don't want to clean a big ass thing. So I would just use the smaller crock pot. That would be my reasoning for keeping the second crock pot.
It's not that much smaller to the point where that really makes sense. Like, my crock pot feeds, I think, up to 8 people. So it is quite large. But when you actually take the inside thing out to clean it, it's really not that much bigger than the actual like inside of the other crock pot. So I would also say that's a trash argument. All the arguments are trash. The only thing that we could do is just keep my crock pot because mine's the cooler one, obviously.
Do you use a liner inside of it?
Yeah, like it has like a thing inside of it that comes out. You know what I mean?
No. Like, do you put a piece of, I don't know if it's plastic or whatever, something in that before you cook
Oh,
things?
No.
Because they make those, and it will make your life 20 million times easier, because then you don't have to clean the actual thing. You just take it out and throw it in the trash.
I had incredible. No fucking clue.
Yeah. So once you have those, you definitely have no need for 2 crock pots.
I had no idea that was a thing. I'm mind blown right now. How did I not know this?
I don't know if it's the best to cook in because I think they're plastic, but also like whatever. There's enough things that are going to kill us in this world. It's like, is the plastic in the crock pot really going to kill me?
You want to know what also isn't going to kill me? Just cleaning the crock pot. So like, I think I'll just continue to clean the crock pot.
Yeah, but stuff gets caked onto that.
But I kind of feel like it's almost like a, what are those things? Cast iron skillets? The ones that you don't clean. You're not supposed to clean them because it's supposed to be caked on for like flavor. I feel like it's kind of like that. It sounds fucked up and gross, but that's a thing, Jake. I swear to God.
It sounds like you don't clean your crock pot and use that as your
clean
argument.
it every time I use it. I clean it every time.
Oh, that's gross. Yeah.
You're gross.
Yeah, definitely. No. But so I probably will get rid of my air fryer because I really have no use for 2 air fryers.
You got to get rid of one or the other.
Well, okay. So the only reason that this made sense was because I need a toaster oven. Mm-hmm. And all of the other toaster ovens were very similarly priced. So I was like, well, if I can get one for the same price that's not also an air fryer, then why would I not get the one that's also an air fryer?
I'm with you. I get that. That makes sense. That's actually very logical. And I am shocked at how logical you're being. That is 100% what makes sense. Like, I can't even argue with you right now, and that makes me upset.
It was so cheap. It was $40.
Oh, wow.
There was one that was $20. So I could have gotten that one, but it was like really tiny. And
so I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Why did you want this when you have a perfectly functional oven?
Okay. So sometimes you're just making, well, first of all, I needed something to toast in. Toast. So I could have gotten a normal toaster.
To toast bread in.
But a toaster oven is just so versatile, because if you're making something small or you're just cooking for one person like I am, I don't need to heat my oven up, and then it's going to heat up my apartment. Like sometimes I'm just cooking something tiny and can use that and put it in there, and it's like a little contained thing.
Do we think we're in the 1980s? Your oven doesn't heat up your apartment anymore. Like
Okay.
that's not a thing. So
it did in my old apartment.
Okay, now you're in a big boy apartment that it doesn't do that anymore. So don't use that as an excuse.
I haven't actually turned on this oven yet, so I will find that out soon, I guess.
Okay, fantastic. I'm going to tell you right now that that's not what happens anymore. Like it won't heat up
anymore. Now that I have an oven that was made in 2000
not
something.
1962.
Yeah. Well,
I get the idea of having a toaster oven, but like I also don't, because like I said, I have a fully functional oven. My dad has both. I think it's just because he's lazy as shit. They do heat up faster than your actual oven, so that's a positive.
Well, there you go. There's a reason right there.
Yeah, like that's the one positive. But like,
and I have to pay all the utilities here, so the toaster oven uses less. I don't know. The oven's gas, I guess.
Less oveny stuff? Like what are you going for here?
The toaster oven is electric, so I'm not using gas. I don't know. I'm kind of scared to get my first utilities bill
your
because
oven is your oven gas?
I think so.
But your stovetop isn't gas.
My stovetop is electric.
So then
but my oven is not electric. Maybe it is. Do they make electric ovens?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about it now. That's why I'm talking about it out loud. Huh. I've never thought about it. I really am not 100% certain.
I'm going to have to find out.
Because then your argument is also out the window.
Well, no, it would be even better because then it's both electric and the toaster oven would use way less electricity than a large oven heating up, right?
Okay, solid. Yeah, I would think so. Either way, yeah.
I'm just trying to avoid using my oven at all costs.
Apparently. You know what? You got a new oven and you're like, fuck it, I'm not going to use it anyways. Who needs it?
Okay, I want to know if anybody listening doesn't have a microwave because I've discovered, I forget when this was, but I discovered that there's people that just don't have microwaves on purpose.
Mm-hmm. AJ hates the microwave.
Why? Everything I make goes in the microwave.
That makes total sense to me that you make everything in the microwave, but AJ hates the microwave because they're supposed to be like bad for you or whatever. So he almost always uses the stovetop or the oven to make anything that he's going to make. So whenever I cook for the two of us, I have to refrain from using the microwave, which is really annoying because sometimes it helps when like you're making 6,000 different ingredients and one can just pop in the microwave. He's like, just put it on the stovetop. And I'm like, and I just want to like grab him by the neck. Like, I'm hungry. I just want to eat.
I know. I don't have the patience to reheat things on the stovetop.
It takes so long. But then I notice now that I do it even without him here because now it's become so commonplace. It's fucking infuriating.
Okay, so the one thing that I stopped doing was microwaving Tupperware, like plastic Tupperware.
Right, which is a smart idea.
Because that's apparently bad for you. So, baby steps.
Like, give me that at least. I'm working on it.
Everything else, you want to put plastic in the crock pot? I'm putting plastic in the crock pot. I don't even have a crock pot, though.
You need one, Jake.
I know. That's on my list of things to buy once I stop spending so much money on this apartment.
I get that. I just bought a bunch of things for the apartment, and I kind of hate myself for it. But also, it's all stuff that we needed. So, like, I can't hate myself for it, but I still do.
Well, that's the problem when you're starting over is that it's all the little things that you didn't think about.
Mm-hmm.
Cleaning stuff. Shower. I had to get a shower scrubber.
I had to get one too recently.
That was nothing I had bought ever because my last apartment I just had one.
Right. Well, you also didn't have you probably have a shower with actual glass, right? In the shower now? Or is it? Oh, it's still a curtain.
It's a curtain, yeah.
Oh,
which is great because the glass would drive me insane. So I've become super neurotic. And by become, I mean I've always been super neurotic.
Okay, I'm glad you caught yourself there and I didn't have to do it for you. That's fantastic. That's also growth.
When water gets on my sink, not sink, like what's around the sink? Counter.
Okay, yes. On the
When
counter.
water gets on the counter and I don't wipe it up and it dries, it leaves like a water stain. And it's been driving me insane lately. So now I have all these microfiber cloths because I'm also trying to use less paper towels. And so I keep a microfiber cloth like under my sink. And every time I drip water, I wipe it with a microfiber cloth. So I'm becoming like neurotic where every time there's water somewhere, I wipe it off so that it doesn't stain the counter. And now I always have a nice looking counter. Yeah.
I'm so nervous for you because I
Ask.
don't see this ending well.
Well, okay, here's the problem. Right now I live alone, right? So who's seeing this?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. That doesn't matter. Whatever. It makes me happy. What happens when I actually start living with someone and they're
They're going to
not
punch you
as
in the
neurotic?
head.
Right. They're not going to be as crazy about cleaning as I am. And it's going to drive me absolutely insane. How am I ever going to live with someone again after doing this?
You have to find somebody who has the same cleaning habits as you, or someone who doesn't mind your cleaning habits.
Okay.
Like,
See,
I would take that as a positive that you want to clean all the time, that you want things clean. Unless you start coming at me and telling me that I got to clean that shit, then we're going to have a problem because that is not my thing. That is your thing, sir. You're the one that wants it
you're living
motherfucking
here
clean.
too. If you're living here, you got to keep it clean.
And let me tell you what doesn't bother me. Fucking water stains. I don't give a shit about water stains on my counter. It is a counter next to my sink that literally makes water come out of it. Like, none of that freaks me out. So if you were going to yell at me over something like that, I'd be like, no, let me tell you what we're not going to do.
Here would be the problem if I lived with someone that was just as clean as I was. They would have things that they were super clean about that I'm not. So I feel like it would just clash so hard and nobody would ever be happy with the cleanliness of the place.
That's a good point. Yeah, that might be really hard. Yeah, you're probably just fucked. You're going to be alone forever and you should just give up now.
I just need a separate house from my spouse.
Hey, some people do that and it works for them.
Or a cleaning person.
Okay, you can have a cleaning service. That also is an option. I like the option of having your own house more, but to each their own.
Yeah. Having a cleaning person definitely more expensive than having my own house. So I'm going to pick house.
Over time, I think the house is more of an investment for your future, and over time just makes more sense.
I like how you think. Oh, you can justify all the dumb decisions.
I'm really fucking good at that. Hence why I make the dumbest of the dumb decisions because I'm constantly justifying them in my head.
So, speaking of dumb decisions, I have a question for you.
I'm scared whenever you have to ask me a question.
I love asking you questions like this because you never know what's coming.
Oh, boy.
So if I came to you and I said, Ricki, I need you to do this for me, no questions asked.
Okay.
My question to you is, how far would you go for a no questions asked favor?
It depends on the person asking me.
Very good point. So, okay, let me give you two scenarios. I'll give you two scenarios when I'm the person asking. First scenario is Ricki. I call you Ricki. Yes, Jake. Okay, I need you to not ask any questions, like no questions asked right now. I need you to Venmo me $1,000.
Okay, yeah. If I had $1,000, I definitely would.
Okay, ready for this one? We're gonna get a little
Chances
bit more
of me having $1,000 ever to give you, slim to none. But like I would if I did have it.
You gotta find it. I don't care how you get it. Okay, next scenario.
Okay.
I call you Ricki. Yes, Jake. I need you to do me a favor. No questions asked. Yes. And
I hate that you're already laughing. This is not going to go anywhere good.
I need you to get on a plane and come to San Francisco next available flight.
Done.
Why?
That makes me really nervous because I feel like you would really have something bad happening and like you would really need me and I would literally do it.
That's so nice.
It is really nice, actually. As I was saying it, I was like, who are you? Are you okay?
I was trying to think of that scenario when I was thinking about this earlier and who I would do that for. Because there's a very small list of people.
Only a handful. Yeah, a handful of people that I would do that for.
I could probably, other than my family, I could probably name the people on one hand. I definitely could.
I would say, yeah, like other than my family, obviously. Like my mom, my dad, my stepdad, my brother, obviously. There's like very few people that I would do that for. I actually would also clump almost with family. I would like clump AJ because he's my family at this point, and
Right.
Leah, who's my nephew's mom, so my brother's girlfriend. So like that's like my family. So other than those people, like literally maybe 5 people.
I want to know if anyone has had a no questions asked favor and what it was. So if you have one,
Ooh.
text us 201-588-5139. So you still need to answer my question. How far would you go? Like, what's going to be the limit of the no questions asked favor?
If it were the people that I said would probably be on my hand, it would be as far as they need me to go. Like whatever the fuck they need me to do, I got you. You need me to hide a body? Donezo. I've watched plenty of crime story shit. Like I know exactly what to do. Don't you fucking worry. You need me to get on a plane? Done. I'm there. No problem. You need money to be bailed out of jail? I'll fucking figure it out because your girl got no money, but I'll figure out how to get you money. Like whatever it is that you need, like I will figure out a way to do it if it's those few people that are like on my hand of those that I consider like above all else.
Has this ever happened to you? Anyone asked you to do a no questions asked favor? With the silence?
I guess, yeah, in a way, but nothing like absolutely terrible.
Okay,
Just
you're clearly thinking of something. It's clear.
Also, everyone's gonna think I've hit a body because that's the first thing that I just said was like, need me to get rid of the body? Done. And then once you asked that, I was like, None of it was really that bad. I mean, I've had people who have asked me, obviously, to do them a favor and carry like a really big secret. You know what I mean? Or do them a favor and not tell someone something that was really big that was happening. That's like always the hardest thing to do. So that's always circumstantial too. But other than that, nothing like really crazy. Nothing like I need bail money. Oh, actually, once I said bail money, I was like, now I remember one. I had a friend who got arrested. For a DUI. Obviously, do not suggest anyone does this ever. And he called me from jail. And he was like, I need you to come down to the police station as a favor. And I was like, great. So I went down to the police station. And when someone gets a DWI, they have to have someone pick them up. And they have to basically sign a piece of paper. At least this is the way they do it in Jersey. And they did this this was probably 10 years ago now. Even longer than that. They make you sign a piece of paper that says that you are responsible for that person if they are to get in a car and drive again within the next 24 hours. Yes.
What?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So like
that's a lot of responsibility.
A lot of responsibility. So I sat there, and I also don't advise anyone does this either, but I sat there in the precinct in front of the cop and I said, you get into a fucking car and I murder you and your family.
Oh my God.
Said, okay, don't worry, Ricki, I won't. And I was like, I'm not fucking with you because I would lose my license or something could happen to me by letting them drive then. Right. So signed the paperwork, dropped him off at home. He did not drive for honestly a week because at that point I think he was too scared to. But yeah, so I guess I've done it and no questions asked favor before and wasn't the greatest experience. I mean, it was a better experience than it could have been because he could have gotten in the car and that could have really sucked. But yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do for your friends sometimes, even when they're being fucking idiots.
I'm kind of shocked that I haven't had a moment like that. Also, here's my question that I've always wondered. When you get someone to call in jail, what if you don't know people's numbers?
Then you're fucked.
Right. Is it just you better know someone's phone number?
Absolutely.
How did this person know your phone number?
We were really close friends, and a lot of us at that time, because I've had the same phone number since high school. So in high school, you still kind of memorize people's phone numbers, and he just happened to have mine memorized.
Damn,
so
nice.
It worked out for him. Yeah, it worked out for him real well. Also worked out for him that I was not drinking that night because you also cannot be drunk when you're doing that, clearly. And I had work at 6 a.m., so it was lovely to wake up at 4:30 to that phone call.
I better start memorizing some people's numbers out here in case I ever need it.
Yeah, you definitely need to do that. I mean, I memorized only my dad's phone number because it's been literally the same since kindergarten. So I at least have my dad's number. If he doesn't pick up, I'm fucked. Like, I don't know what I'll do at that point. And
Well,
he's in Jersey, so I don't even
Right.
know what the fuck good that would be. But like, yeah.
That's what I was going to say, because I know all of my family's numbers, but that's not going to help me in California.
No. Yeah, that's not the best route. I guess I got to memorize AJ's, huh?
Yeah, you should probably do that.
He knows my phone number by heart, but I don't know his.
Well, you don't even know the podcast phone number, and I say it to you every week.
He literally texted me last week and said, how fucked up is it that I memorized the podcast phone number and you don't know it still? And I was like, fuck off. Kindly. Thank you.
Oh my God, my body is so fucking sore today.
So you asked me, but how far would you go?
That's a really good question. It depends who it is. Is it you or is it somebody else we're talking about?
Okay, how far would you go for me? We'll start with me because you started with you.
Okay, so I would go as far as needed, but I don't think I would need to go that far because I would be pretty low on your list of people you're calling.
Okay, solid point. Like I have a lot of friends.
So I get brownie
That
points
made me
because
sound such a dick. I just happen to know a lot of people.
I would
you're
get
right. You're low on my totem pole. I have lots of friends.
I get brownie points because I can say I'll do whatever I want or whatever you would need, but you're never going to need me to do anything insane.
So you're saying that now and just wait because you're going to get a phone call one day in the middle of the night and I'm going to be like, Jake, I need $2,000 right now. What are you going to say?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, great. I say, Jake, I need you to fly to Tijuana.
Tijuana?
Some shit went down. I need your help.
What do you do? I would call my friend here and I'd say, hey, we got to go to Tijuana because I'm not going alone.
Okay, I appreciate that. Okay.
And then we'll get to Tijuana. I guess I could technically drive.
Yeah, you could.
That'll take a while.
So what about like, you said your family, obviously anything, done deal. Where do you draw the line like for your acquaintances? Like say an acquaintance or like a new friend had called you in the middle of the night and said, Jake, I'm in jail. I need you to bail me out. Bail is $1,000.
Okay, so excuse me. I think I would draw the line at me having to commit a crime.
Okay. So you'd bail them out of jail. You'd be there for them in the middle of the night. You'd do all of those things. But like committing crimes is the line you don't cross.
Right.
Family,
so
you cross the line for committing crimes. Non-family, fuck off. No crimes for you.
Well, okay. So committing crimes for family, I think you have to be immediate family for me to be able to do that.
Okay.
Like if my first cousin calls me and's like, hey, I just murdered someone. I need you to help me hide the body.
You turning that motherfucker in?
I don't think I would turn them in, but I'm not doing it. I'm not getting involved in that shit. But if my brother calls me and he goes, hey, I just murdered someone. I need you to help me hide the body. Well, now what? What do I say? No to my brother?
Yeah, that'd be fucked up if you said no. Like, you can't say no to family in those situations. We sound, I think, really fucked up, though, because, like, we're just casually like, hey, if anyone in our family kills someone, we will be down to help them with the body. And, like,
I mean, we just being real. So this reminds me, though, of that Venmo scam that I feel like we should talk about since we're talking about people asking for Venmoing. You know, where they'll be like, hey, I just need, like, I forgot my credit card at the grocery store. Yes. I need $300. So be careful if one of your friends is randomly asking you for money, because that's a very well-known scam.
Right. But like where that scam goes wrong is that most people who are friends with somebody wouldn't just ask them for money on Venmo. They'd ask them for money and then that friend would then Venmo them like in a text. So that's where that goes wrong. But I guess like it's easy to fall for in certain situations.
I was going to say, I guess it makes sense to fall for that, but also like, would you not text the person?
That's what I'm saying. Most people know that obviously if I need money from you, I'm going to text you unless I'm doing something stupid and I'm being like, give me $1 for being your friend. But like,
right.
I wouldn't just Venmo request you and be like, hey dude, lost my wallet. Do you mind Venmoing me $350,000? Because like, I'm really broke right now because I don't have my wallet. Obviously that's not going to happen. I'm going to text you.
I'd be like, yeah, sure.
And obviously, you know that I would never have $350,000 because I'm broke as fuck.
Yeah, good times, good times. Maybe if I would have pulled my money out of Dogecoin when it was up, then I could have a shitload of money.
The amount of people now going through that struggle. What is it up to now? Like 20 cents or something like that?
You mean, what is it down to?
Well,
This
I think
morning,
it's up
it was
from before,
bad.
wasn't it?
It was.
I mean,
bad
obviously it
this
went
morning.
down from the highest, but like it went back up again.
Yeah, this morning it was at 16 cents and now it's at 18.5 cents. So that's good.
Okay, so it's up. Just not by much.
No. I mean, it's down 9% today, so sad.
Should have pulled out when you could.
Yeah, well, now
That's
you
what
have a
she
baby.
said. I hate us. I hate us so much.
We literally thought the exact same thing at the exact same time.
That is so dumb. I hate us so much.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to hear why I'm so pissed off and why I didn't have a random shit today? Because everything is intentional of my thoughts.
Yes.
So I live in a new apartment complex. We had searched everywhere for one that we liked, and this one kept coming up as the one we liked the most. So when we moved here, I was really excited. One of the amenities here is a saltwater pool. Gorgeous saltwater pool. So obviously I want to use it as much as humanly possible because I don't have a pool back at home and I love the water. So duh. My pool, though, has been closed at least 4 or 5 times now since May. It's only June 22nd right now, at the day that we are recording. Since May, it's been closed 4 or 5 times for people bringing glass into the pool area because apparently they are dumb as fuck and inconsiderate as hell and don't understand that you cannot bring glass into a pool area because people walk around fucking barefoot. So today I got ready and I went to the pool, only to find a nice note on the door saying that the pool was closed because some dumb fuck brought glass into the pool area again for now, the 5th fucking time.
I wish the sign actually read like that.
Where I want to fucking punch every one of my neighbors, not knowing who it is, but hoping that whoever it is that I punch, one of them is the person that broke the fucking glass in the pool. Because when they close it, they don't close it for a day. They close it for 2 to 4 days because they have to have somebody come out to clean it, thoroughly clean it, because people come and they check randomly. The health inspectors and people like that, they'll come to check to see that there's no glass, especially during the pool season. So it's been closed so many times. It's been closed almost just as many days as it's been nice out at this point. And I'm paying for it.
Somebody comes to check to see if there's glass by the pool?
Yeah, they come to check everything to make sure that everything's up to par in the way that it's supposed to be. They're inspectors, building inspectors.
They sound more like narcs to me.
Well, now they want us to narc on everyone. They're if you see anybody with glass at the pool, call the front office. And I'm
what?
I ain't no narc, but also I like my motherfucking money and I like my motherfucking pool. So I'm about to start narking on you idiots because this is now the 5th time.
So they closed. So does that mean somebody broke glass by the pool? Or this is their way of punishing you guys for somebody bringing glass by the pool?
A bunch of people kept asking me that because I had posted it on my story and it doesn't actually say on the piece of paper that somebody broke glass. But they had sent out an email later because I had posted that picture and I had tagged the building management in it and basically said the fact that this is bullshit. So then they had messaged me and they were like, well, it's just protocol because glass broke and we have to clean it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I completely understand protocol and I do not want anyone to get hurt. But you also do understand that I'm wasting money at this point because it's been closed almost as many days as it's been open for the nice weather. And I was like, I'm happy you're doing what you need to do, but I'm sure you understand my frustrations. To which they replied that they did.
You have to pay for amenities?
Well, I mean, your amenities are included in your rent. They don't just charge you that rent and don't put in the fact that they have to build maintenance for the pool and things like that. It's built into it. So I'm still paying for it. Because if there was no pool, no gym, no outdoor area to grill, things like that, my rent would be lower because they're not maintaining those things.
Right. I remember asking people when I was moving here what the amenities fee were because in
Hoboken, that's a normal thing.
Yeah, there was amenities fees if you have nice things like that, but that's not a thing here. They just include it in your rent.
Yeah,
which I guess is really the same thing.
Yeah,
It
Totally.
just makes
So,
you feel like you're not paying for it.
right. So I'm fucking pissed, and this is a little bullshit to me. And I'm getting to the point where I'm getting really mad. I'm about to ask my building to refund me money because my pool isn't working.
This is
Haven't
the
been able to use the
bougiest.
pool.
This is the bougiest problem I've ever heard, and I love it so much that we have these
Oh
problems.
yeah, it's 100% a bougie problem. I've also like never had a pool or lived in an apartment complex like this ever in my life. So I'm like, I want to fucking use it. I literally pay money to use it. So
I get that.
figure something out. I don't know. Hire someone to stand by the fucking pool or some shit. I don't fucking know. I'm about to make an entire big ass cardboard box and put a bunch of fucking solo cups in it with a sign that says, "Hey, dumb fucks, use a fucking solo cup so I can use my goddamn pool."
Now
I
that
honestly really might do that. I
is
really
a
might do
really
that.
good idea.
I really might do that.
You say, "Hey, have glass. Use this instead." Fucking idiot.
No. It's going to say, "Hey, dumb fucks, stop putting fucking glass in the pool, you idiots. I would like to use this amenity. Grab a solo cup, kindly. Thank you."
That's a really, really smart idea.
I might do that.
You totally should. It will save everyone. You'll be like the complex hero.
I would be, wouldn't I? I do have a hero complex, so maybe I do this. They're also just the most inconsiderate little fucking dumb twit youths out here because Sunday night, everybody was in the pool area until like midnight, which is not supposed to be what anybody does. That's also definitely who broke the glass were those people that were there until midnight. Our pool area closes at like 10:30 or 11.
So how do they get in?
So it doesn't lock, I don't think.
Oh, so it's just like the
Like
honor
the
system, which
rules,
clearly doesn't
yeah.
work.
It's definitely not working because I had work at 4 a.m. in the morning on Monday and they were in there until midnight screaming and yelling because everything echoes. It's just a big square.
That's
you know
annoying.
what I mean? Like the courtyard area is just a big square. So it all just like comes up and you can hear everything. So I'm at the point where I'm like, you're all a bunch of fucking idiots and I can't stand my neighbors. I hate apartment
Well, you also
complexes.
have the worst schedule to live somewhere like that.
Yeah, that's true too. Definitely
Which
true.
sucks.
My upstairs neighbor is loud as fuck all the time. They slam all of their goddamn cabinets. I'm like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to break shit on purpose? Who the fuck raised you?
This is why I got a top floor apartment. That was like number one on my list because I didn't want to deal with that.
Jesus
you just hear
fucking Christ.
Anyone who lives with somebody above them, I would say 90% of my friends who have a neighbor above them always complain about how loud their neighbor is.
So fucking
Because
loud.
most buildings are just not made well.
And the thing is, too, I don't
loud.
hear anybody next to me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't hear the apartment on either side of me. I only hear the apartment above me, and I only hear outside, and that's it. I hear nobody else.
My downstairs neighbors,
I don't understand.
They probably don't hate me because, excuse me, I'm like a very considerate person. But, you know, there's times when I want to blast music, and I'm going to blast music. I pay money to live here.
But that's something that you just know you're going to deal with when you have neighbors in an apartment complex. That doesn't bother me. Like, I don't give a shit. I blast music too. It's something that you just, like I said, accept. You're going to live in an apartment complex. People are going to be loud. I just don't understand why my upstairs neighbor is slamming the fucking cabinets at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. I don't know what they're doing up there. They're like stomping around, slamming fucking shit. And I'm like, why are you so mad though? Who made you mad?
Somebody, clearly.
Stop taking it out on the fucking cabinets. They didn't do anything to you.
My lease says something about like you're not supposed to do laundry between a certain period of time. Like
my
10
old lease
p.m.
said
and
that too.
8 a.m. or something like that.
Oh, wait. So you have a shared laundry room?
No.
Oh.
But apparently it's loud for other people. I don't know.
So I had a shared laundry room in LA, and that was one of the rules. Was like you can't do laundry in the laundry room past a certain time or whatever, which made no sense to me because nobody could fucking hear it. So I don't know why that was a thing. But that would piss me off if something in my lease said you can only do laundry during these times. Because I'd be like, it's my fucking house. What do you mean?
Right. Well, my lease
laundry at 1 a.m. I'm going to do laundry at 1 a.m. because I fucking forgot, and I'm getting on a flight in the morning. I got to fucking wash it. What do you want me to do?
Right, you gotta do what you gotta do. My lease says a lot of stuff that I will not listen to, but like I'm never gonna be doing laundry that late anyway, so I don't really care.
You say that now, just wait. Just wait till you gotta get on that flight at 6 a.m. and you forgot to clean something and you're up at 1 a.m. cleaning it because I've been there.
right now is when I like have my shit together and I do laundry before I really need it. You know, all those things. It's
Are
like when
you
you have a brand
okay?
new car. Why?
You're like doing laundry on time. You're doing your own
Oh,
laundry. You're not sending it out. You're washing the fucking counter of goddamn water stains. Like, who are you?
I'm telling you, I'm working on a new me here.
You got a new apartment and suddenly you're this new human.
I know I've been to the gym almost every day in the last 2.5 weeks. I have no idea. I have motivation to like go to the gym. Well, it's also within walking distance, so that gives me a lot more motivation than I ever used to have.
Okay, that's one of the things that I've said. Now that my gym is literally the floor below me, I don't really have many excuses to not go to the gym.
And when I was going to a kickboxing gym in Hoboken, and it was the dead middle of the winter, and I would freeze my balls off walking there and then sweat my ass off and then freeze my balls off walking home. That was miserable. But here, it's not going to be freezing, so I can walk to the gym year round.
Right. Yeah.
It's
I'm
going to be
very
great.
proud of you for going to the gym.
Thanks. I'm trying to keep it up. It's going to be hard to keep up once I really get more busy with work because I haven't.
You'll be more
I'm
in a
like
routine though,
slowly
so I
going
think you'll
into
be
things.
okay.
Yeah. And I'll work out at night if I have to. You know, like I'm working. It's 5:42 p.m. while we're recording this right now, and I'm going to the gym as soon as we're done.
Yeah. My gym's open 24 hours, which is nice.
So is mine. And honestly, I would say 85% of the time that I go, I'm the only one there, which is also a lot more motivating because I don't like working out with other people, mainly because we have to wear a mask if other people are in there. And so if I'm in there alone, I can just listen to music. I got the whole space to myself. And it's like there's literally no reason not to go if I'm the only one there.
I don't like being judged when there's more people in there.
Yeah, and then people are looking at you, and I'm like I'm
don't
just
look at
trying to like do my weird shit and get out of here.
Don't look at me. I'm just trying to bike right now. I actually biked 6 miles today because I was so angry about the pool.
Hell yeah, that's the best.
I was literally so fucking pissed that I was like, I'm going to keep fucking going. Like I was supposed to only do 4 miles and I was like, fuck that. I'm just going to keep going. And I would have kept going even more. But I was like, my ankle is going to swell the fuck up if I just keep going. I'm like, my anger feels great right now by getting it out. But like my ankle is going to make me angry tomorrow. So it's kind of
best.
not helping right now.
It's the best solution to everything. When I was really sad, I went to the gym. When you're well, I haven't been angry here at all. But if you're angry, go to the gym. It just like solves all your problems.
So you had said that you got an email from your apartment complex?
Oh my gosh, how did I not mention this earlier?
So I need you to tell me what that email was, because now that we're shitting on our apartment complexes, it's like, why not just everyone?
Do you remember my problems in Hoboken? Like in my
your
apartment?
problems in Hoboken?
Yeah. Like
I
in
remember
my
the
apartment.
rats.
Yeah, we had mice and we had
Yeah.
cockroaches. Okay, so here's my email from my apartment complex.
Stop it. Do you have cockroaches?
The subject line: unwanted pest and resident tips. We received a couple of sightings of rats on the other side of my complex. We've contracted pest control to inspect the area and provide their recommendation. We've received information that pest, rodents, ants, raccoons are being reported at a higher than usual volume in Northern California. This is due to several years of ongoing fires, water drought, and general hotter climate. All of these with the new recent construction, always the fucking construction of apartments across the street, has provided a perfect storm, which is driving the pests towards homes/apartments on their search for food/water. If I see a fucking rat in this apartment, I'm moving back to New Jersey.
You can't escape.
I swear I am leaving California if I see a fucking rat in my apartment.
They're literally following you, Jake. You were so excited. You're like, I can't wait for no more mice, no more rodents or cockroaches or anything, no more like pests. And the universe said, fuck you, Jake.
So mice in my apartment, horrible, but they're so freaking cute. These are not mice. These are rats.
I had pet rats.
You would have a pet rat.
One's name was Cheetos and the other one's was Socks.
Oh, I'm going to have nightmares.
And they were pretty adorable. Although your rats that you're talking about are probably massive rats.
Stop it.
And not really like the cute rats that I had.
This is gonna be a serious issue. If I see one, I don't know. I'm just gonna lose my fucking mind. Like, absolutely lose my mind.
I'm concerned, and I'm going to be praying for you that you don't see any rats.
Thanks.
Sending you good vibes, all the good vibes, all the
good
good
news.
vibes.
Good news is that this apartment is sealed properly. There's not holes everywhere.
Okay.
So there's one hole that I found under the sink that I'm definitely gonna have them fill now. But other than that, I'm good. So hopefully I don't see anything and I can stay in my apartment because I love it here.
I'm praying for you wholeheartedly with everything inside of me.
So yeah, let's just hope it stays this way. I'm like, the fucking construction. There was always construction around my apartment in Hoboken, and that's always when we would have issues. When
I'm so sorry.
Digging up the ground is when everything
disperses. They don't come out of the ground.
Well, no, but it like shakes up their home and then they disperse.
Okay, yes, that I'm like, they're not like literally like
it's like an
like
earthquake.
Zombie dead rats like coming out of the ground. That's like, what I just pictured in my head.
Where's Jake?
We gotta find this motherfucker. We've trekked all the way from New Jersey to here.
I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it. So, yeah.
All right, you ready to end on a happy note with shower thoughts?
Yes.
Okay, do you want to go first?
Yeah, it's kind of awkward though because my shower thought is not like super happy.
Oh, great. So do you want to go? Yeah, you go first because then mine's kind of funny.
We'll end on a good note.
Okay, so, you go first.
You ever think that the two worst feelings in the world are having a job, but also not having a job?
Yeah. Yeah. Work in general is just shit, you know? Like, why do we even work?
Yep. We should just not, but also do it because otherwise you're miserable.
Right.
What are you thinking today?
So I have a shower thought from one of our listeners, Chris Silva.
Oh, so you cheated. Nice.
I'm going to fucking punch you in the head. He sent it to me and I said, that's a good one. He said, digestion starts and ends with your cheeks.
Oh, that's funny.
And I know someone on here is a doctor and they're like, digestion doesn't start that way or end that way. And I'm going to tell you to fuck off because it's funny to think that it does, even if it doesn't. Because you eat it and then you poop it out. Just for those who are a little behind.
We got it. Thanks. Thanks for explaining that. I'm going to throw my rat at you.
I like rats. I'll catch them and cuddle.
Good. I'll ship them to you because I'm not keeping them.
So I also just want to mention really fast that Jake and I do have 2 kittens named after us that Carla Marie and Anthony are fostering right now, and they do need to be adopted. So if you are in the Washington area and you are looking to adopt kittens, you can adopt Jake and I as a duo, the 20-something to nothing podcast duo. They're cute as heck. They're furry, fluffy, adorable. They like to cuddle. They like to play. They're the freaking cutest. Just reach out to Motley Zoo Crew on Instagram or email them adopt@motleyzoo.org. Or you can message us and we can tell you exactly what you need to do to adopt the kitties. They need to be adopted. Someone needs to love them.
If somebody who listens to us doesn't adopt these kitties, I'm going to be sad.
I know. I really want it to be somebody that we can get constant updates of the kittens.
No, I don't want that because they're too cute and we already get constant updates and I want them and I can't have them. And so I just want them to go. Well, they can send them to you. Just don't send me updates.
I feel like
I just want to know that they went to a good home and then I'm just going to leave them forever.
Oh, Jake.
It's so sad.
It's so sad.
All right. Well, remember you can text us all your happy thoughts at 201-588-5139 and follow us everywhere at 20SDN podcast.
Also, don't forget to listen to My Day Friday with Carla Marie and Anthony and Almost on Air with Erica and John. You can find them on all of the same platforms that we are on: Spotify, iHeart, iTunes, wherever.
iCloud, uCloud.
We all cloud for the same cloud.
And that's it.
Okay, catch you next week.
Goodbye.